What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Club and Country. This is episode number 49, and we start today's episode off with Granero coming to us and saying, would you please play us in this game? But we said no. We left him on the bench because we reverted back to our normal first 11 for this game, which was against Real Madrid, away at the Bernabeu here for our Copa del Rey semi-final first leg tie. Of course, last season we got to the semi-finals of the Copa del Rey and Real Madrid knocked us out over 2 legs, so isn't it just typical that we have to face them again in the semi-finals? Very frustrated that the draw is not being too kind for us right now, as Getafe and Atletico Madrid take on each other in the other semi-final tie. But coming into this game, looking at their team, I was feeling very, very fearful indeed. Of course, we've played them once this season so far at El Sardinero in the league, and we got battered by 3-0, so wasn't really fancying my chances, to be honest. But even so, we have been on a relatively decent run of form of late. Last 2 games have been wins as well, and the last game was actually a 3-0 victory against Almeria. Of course, a bit of a difference between Almeria and Real Madrid, but regardless, still a good result indeed. And coming into this game, I just felt a little bit confident. You know, there was still obviously the ultra pessimism of coming away to the Bernabeu knowing you're probably going to get battered by 3 or 4 goals, but I wasn't as fearful as I was expecting. But regardless, a really big game for us, and just making sure we'd still be in the tie going into the second leg at El Sardinero was the most important thing. But I wanted a fast start regardless to see if I could do anything from the kickoff, and we almost grabbed the first goal of the game from it as well. Sergio Buenacasa, who scored the winner in the quarter-final tie against Real Sociedad in the 90th minute, almost opened the scoring just 1 in-game minute in there as the shot went just wide the post. And in the 11th minute here, Albin Toza almost made it 1-0 himself. His header from Aguza's corner going just wide the post. So what a start to this game. I went out the blocks flying, really did want to put Real Madrid under pressure, and almost got ourselves an early goal there. But regardless, in the 16th minute, Real Madrid almost made it 1-0 themselves, but thankfully for us, Ruben Blanco made a very good save, and we cleared the ball away there and went on the counter. So good stop by our goalkeeper, and after some nice passing here, some really good build-up around the area, Aguza's on the ball and spreads it out wide towards Keiko, down the left-hand side. Good chance for us as he gets past his man and ends up whipping a great cross into the box, and as it drops on the floor, Sergio Buenacasa makes it Real Madrid 0, Racing Santander 1, and we take a shock lead at the Bernabeu. And no wonder that the team go and celebrate with Buenacasa, because the guy has had a very frustrating season, but that's now 2 goals in 2 starts for him. And what a fantastic finish that is. The cross by Keiko from the left-hand side was a good one. 2 Real Madrid defenders seem to get in their way of each other. And as it dropped to Buenacasa there, you know, the season he's had, I thought that was going to go into row Z. Or, you know, considering how big the Bernabeu is, maybe row Z, 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 Z. But in the end, he just smashes the ball in to the side of the net and makes it Real Madrid 0, Racing Santander 1 as we take the lead. So, again, Ruben Blanco playing a big part in the goal there after a fantastic save led to the counter-attack. Some great football as well, lovely passing, and we did make it 1-0. And in the 31st minute, I had no idea how the score was still 1-0, but that guy certainly had a good idea, because again, Ruben Blanco proves that, you know, he's starting to grow now. He's starting to grow, and you'll see it in this episode as well. I mentioned in the last episode, he is beginning to grow now, and he proves that it's been a great investment, because I know that now he is going to show exactly how good he is for the future. What a save that was, one of the saves of the series, and it's still 1-0. In the 50th minute, it could have been 2-0 here. Keiko whipping in another great cross, and Buenacasa, that is inches separating the ball in the post there as it goes just wide and behind for a goal kick. That could have been 2-0 to Racing Santander. Unfortunately, it goes just wide and behind for a goal kick. But really, Real Madrid's pressure wasn't as relentless as I was expecting. Modric went well wide the post there really with that shot and kept the score at 1-0. And it was almost like every time they did get themselves inside, they were a little bit too nervous, to be honest, which was really, really surprising, taking us on here at home. But as you can see, a bit of sad news for us. Cristiano Ronaldo clearly couldn't beat Marian Schwarzer, our 62 rated left back, down our left hand side, and ended up injuring our left back as well. So that's a real shame. Schwarzer's actually broken his ankle and he'll be out for 3 months. So that's pretty gutting, but we got a better player in Bigas who can play left back for us, and he comes off the bench as well, so that's not really a worry for us, but still a bit frustrating. But it was still 1-0. But to be honest, as you can see, the ball get headed away here and then headed away here. This was pretty much the game plan for Real Madrid after the hour mark. Just lump balls into the box, see if they can win headers, and in the end, you know, whenever they did, Ruben Blanco, our goalkeeper, was more than comfortable dealing with them. It was the entire game plan for Real Madrid for the last half an hour. and it just wasn't working, yet they kept doing it. And when you have centre-backs in Carlos Blanco and Alban Tozer at the back, 6'4" and 6'2", they're always going to be favourites to win the headers. Ruben Blanco was way too good in this game to be beaten with soft headers and crosses into the box. And in the end, we held on for a 1-0 victory at the Bernabeu. Without doubt, one of the best wins of the series so far. It's our first win against Real Madrid at the Bernabeu as well. And in the end, that goal from Sergio Buenacasa, which you see here, separates the two teams. It is a massive, massive shock. As you see, Schwarzer confirmation there, he's broken his ankle and be out for 3 months. It is a massive, massive shock, but we have a genuine chance of going to the Copa del Rey final. The game at El Sardinero is going to be really difficult, and I feel as though the pressure may get to us, knowing that we have a lead. You know, we have to actually cling on to a lead. I thought as though coming into that game we'd probably be 1 or 2 goals down. We have a lead going into that game, crazy as it sounds. So it's going to be difficult for us to hang on. It's going to be difficult for my game plan, my tactics. What do I decide to do? Do I go defensive? Do I try and hit them again early on and get another early goal and really settle the tie? But even so, it's going to be interesting, and I'm just absolutely delighted to have won that game, which is just, it's probably our best win in the series so far. We've had a few good ones, but away at Real Madrid, yep, I think that's probably the best one so far. Still, following that, it was time for transfer deadline day. We couldn't reflect on that amazing night in Madrid for too long, because we had some transfer business to take care of. We had a little bit of money left over after the business we'd done in January so far. My only target was Grimaldo, because he is the left back I want, but Barcelona B, just like they did in the summer transfer window, basically said, we're not letting go of the guy, he's way too valuable for us. So after I offered everything we could at £2.25 million, it was evident that we weren't going to be able to get him. So we said, fair enough, okay, you keep hold of him. I'm a bit of a shame for us, really, because I did want him, but you know, fair enough, you've made it clear you want to keep him, and there you go. So he won't be coming to us maybe next season, you never know. And with Schwarzer injured as well for 3 months, it would have been a great signing for us. But we are going to complete the signing of one player, and it's going to come in next season. Pedro Obiang, the central midfielder from Sampdoria. I've seen a lot of comments regarding this guy, 24 years old on the game. I did have a scout report on him on the second season, but of course I've lost that now. But still, £50,000 a week. He'll join us next season. Again, just like Oliver Torres, very expensive wages for this club, but we are trying to transition and become a much better club in terms of the players overall and potential, and I've been told that Obiang's potential is in the low 80s. So, touch wood, hopefully that turns out to be correct, and yeah, he'll come in next season on a free transfer. So, I'm pleased with that signing. Again, I know £50,000 is a lot, you know, to be paying that a weekly fee, as we have been doing with Oliver Torres, at £60,000 a week, but we need to get those players who are going to be good enough for Spain eventually, and be good enough to stay for the whole series. So, Obiang should be able to feel that accomplishment, feel that objective, and yeah, that's why he's coming in next season on a free transfer, and we'll take it. So that did indeed end transfer deadline day. You know, we signed Porto on a free contract next year as well. He's a random midfielder just there for squad depth. We signed Obiang, that's the headline one really, and also of course Tunkara coming in on a loan deal, and a future fee has been arranged with Lazio for £1.25 million at the end of the season if we want to sign him permanently, which is good. So yeah, a productive transfer window. Not much really happening, but we did what we needed to do. That was try and strengthen the team a little bit, which I think we feel like we've done with Tunkara coming in. It's given us more squad depth, and it seems to have inspired Buenacasa as well, as he now realises he's got serious competition to lead the line for us. He's starting to score some goals, and also of course sign a good player on a pre-contract, and we've done that in Obiang, so I'm pleased with that as well. And also confirmation that Ruben Blanco is now growing in his attributes as well. He's gone up to a 69 overall. You have no idea how happy I am about that. Seriously, when I first saw it, I started to fist pump and celebrate, because that is just absolutely delightful, knowing that, you know, finally he's beginning to grow. And also Carlos Blanco, I forgot about him as well. Carlos Blanco's come in, he's growing a rating as well. That's a great signing for the future. So yeah, it's been a pretty decent January transfer window. Of course, you can't expect us to sign every player under the sun right now, but it's been decent. We've done what we needed to do, and things are coming together really, really nicely at Racing Santander. So to end the episode off, we do indeed have this squad report, and also a look at the league table as well. We are still in the top 4 with 15 games to go. Whether we'll stay there, I don't know. I hope we do, but it's going to be very, very difficult. But regardless, I also want to let you guys know that episode number 50 is going to be a special video. It's probably not going to be as long as the usual special videos I do, that are around 45 to 1 hour long, but regardless, it will be a special video regardless, just to say thank you for all the support in the series so far, and I really do hope you enjoyed that episode. So as always guys, a big thank you for watching the video. I really do hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed today's episode of Club and Country, then please do leave a like, as it is much appreciated, and I really does help my channel out, and I'll see you for episode number 50, which will of course be a special video very soon.